Hello students, good afternoon. Today we will start our next topic, silk. That in last class we have done about that from the animal how we are getting the fiber from the fabric. There is a different process we have done, that shearing, scoring, sorting, combing, dyeing and spinning. These different process we have done. Now we will start our next topic, silk. How we can get this silk? Then this one we will get from the cocoon, and that cocoon is obtained from the silkworm. Now their process we will read. Silk is a fine, strong, soft, shining fiber obtained from silkworm. That silkworm is the insect of the silk. That from where we are getting silk. That it is separated from the cocoon of silkworm and it is made up of the protein. Then silk is a strong natural fiber. Silk is a strong natural fiber that is we are getting from the insect, that is silkworm. Since the silk is an animal protein, it gives a smell of burning hairs when burnt. When we will burn that silk, then it will give smell us that of the burning hair. It is costly fiber because of its natural spinning appearance. Silkworm are converted into silk yarn, which is used for making silk cloth. This silk cloth is then used for making sari and other dresses. What are the use of the silk cloth? That's for making sari and other dresses. The rearing of silkworm for obtaining silk is called sericulture. What is sericulture? Sericulture is the study of that making silk from the silkworm. That is the sericulture. China leads the world in silk production. That is the China is the first one in the world that is in the silk production. Other silk producing country are India and Japan also. Before we discuss the process of the obtaining silk, let us study the life cycle of a silk moth. What is the life cycle of the silk moth? This one we will read. In picture also we can see that first is the egg. From the egg then larva will release, and from this larva then pupa will release. From pupa then cocoon will form, then from the cocoon then silk moth emerged out of the cocoon. From the cocoon silk moth will come out, then adult silk moth will come out. Like this one, this process will form. Here we will read. This female silk moth lay pale yellow egg on the leaves of a tree. That is a female silkworm lay yellow in color and in the found on the tree leaves of the tree, such as mulberry trees. In figure we can see 3.5a like this one. On trees there you can see that egg of the silk moth. The egg hatches in 2 weeks time to form worm-like larva called caterpillar and silkworm. This one we can call it caterpillar and silkworm. The silkworm feed on the leaves of mulberry trees and grow bigger in size. During larva stage, the silkworm shed their skin 4 times while they grow. So, silk is formed in liquid in form in the 2 glands in the silkworm head. There we can say that this egg that is found on the leaves of the tree that will be hatches for the 2 weeks. That we can call it caterpillar and silkworm. From this silkworm, that is a pupa will release during the larva. This one is a larva stage. During this larva stage, silkworm shed skin 4 times will be changed. That is a larva. Next our process is the formation of pupa. Now the silkworm is ready to enter the next stage of its development called pupa. From the larva then pupa will release. Each silkworm begins spinning a cocoon by moving its head in pattern of figure of 8. During these moment of head, the silkworm spreads silk in liquid form through the opening in its head. Liquid silk is coated in sericin. Sericin we can call it a water soluble protective gum, which is protect the pupa, that is the sericin. Then solidify on contact with air and become silk fiber. How will form? That each silkworm, then pupa will form from the pupa, then each silkworm begins spinning a cocoon by moving the head. Then by this moment, then the one opening will release. Then there is the liquid, that is the liquid we can call it sericin, which is used for protection. Then after this, within 2 and 3 days, the silkworm cover itself completely with the silk fiber. Then the silky covered spoon by the silkworm for its protection is called cocoon. That after this one pupa, then cocoon will form. What is cocoon? Cocoon is the covering of the silk on the silkworm. That the cocoon is made by the silkworm to protect its development as pupa. When the pupa develop fully to form an adult silk moth, then the cocoon split up and a beautiful silk moth come out, and adult silk moth lives only for a few days. From the cocoon, after the spinning, that then the silk moth will come out, and from the silk moth then complete adult silk moth will come out. There, from there we can see it from this picture. Now next here MCQ question. These MCQ question you have to do for your homework. Try to do yourself. Read again this paragraph and solve this one. Which of the following is not a animal fiber? Yes, we have done the animal fiber. Then from the option you have to tick there which is not animal fiber. The rearing of the silkworm for obtaining silk is called. Now only we have done about this one. Which country lead the world in the silk production? Which country is the first in the world for the silk production? Silkworm spin cocoon in pattern of this one. Now only this in this paragraph only we have done. The egg of silkworm hatches in within how many days? Then this MCQ question try to do yourself. Next will be rearing of the silkworm. That how we will rear that silkworm from the silkworm, that how we will get the silk. There is a process. For obtaining silk, and silk moth are reared and their cocoon are collected to get a silk thread. For obtaining silk, silk moth are reared and their cocoon are collected to get the silk thread. Because cocoon, what is cocoon? Cocoon is the on the upper surface of the cocoon there is a collection of the silk thread on it. Rearing of silkworm means to look after silkworm by providing them proper food and shelter. In a silk farm, female silk moth are kept in separate linen bags which are carefully disinfected. Each female silk moth lay 200 to 500 eggs at a time. At a single time, that is 200 to 500 eggs can be laid. Then the eggs are kept in perforated cardboard boxes on bamboo trays under the hygienic and suitable temperature and humidity condition. That we can keep these eggs only in a suitable condition. That place should be hygienic, should be suitable temperature and should be suitable humidity condition. The eggs are warmed to a suitable temperature in an incubator. That is the instrument in which we can set the desired temperature, that is the incubator. For the larva to hatch from the week, for how many week we can hatching? That this one for 2 weeks. For larva to hatch from egg, a perforated sheet of the paper is placed over the hatching box and tray, and chopped mulberry leaves are spread over it. When the larva hatches out of the egg, then they feed on the mulberry leaves. They eat day and night and increase in normalcy in size. Normalcy means large size. After 25 to 30 days, the silkworm stop eating and move to tiny chamber of the bamboo in the tray to spin cocoon. Small racks twins are provided in the tray to which cocoons get attached. A silkworm completes its cocoon, which is about 4 cm long, in about 5 days by producing about 600 to 1200 meters of thin silk fiber. During the period of spinning its cocoon, a silkworm is transformed into the pupa. Up to this one you have to do. Next topic we will do tomorrow. Read it and complete this MCQ question. Okay.